Good morning, or good afternoon, or even good evening. Welcome back to the channel. Life is hard, don't complain. My name's Nick, and today I have my first offering from NOC Knives, the MT-27 in gray, NK MT-2703. And it's got a great handy hard case, pretty cool. I wasn't really familiar, and I'm still not very familiar with NOC Knives. They're a Chinese company in southern China. They're out of Guangdong. And this knife is, I found it interesting. It's not a budget knife. This guy is over $100 anywhere, but I've heard good things about it, so I just wanted to check it out. Now, NOC Knives, they started out in, I guess, 9 years ago or so in southern China with OEM work, and then in 2018 they started making their own particular branded NOC knives. This one in particular has a handle of about 4 1/4. We'll go ahead and weigh it. I suspect this is around 3 ounces. It's not a heavy knife. 93 grams or 3.3 ounces. There we go. This, the MT-27. I need to clean it a little bit. Let me grab my rag here. It is a little dirty. This particular knife, MT-27, is also known as the dark feather. And I think that is a sort of a nod to its shape. We're gonna have to use some of our EDC thing, because there's some sort of smuts that is a little tough, not wanting to come off. Oh, that did it. That did it. As I suspected it would. This knife has a crossbar lock. No jimping to speak of. Back spacer that I guess you could use as a lanyard holder. Thumb studs. Pocket clip. Seems to be reversible tip-up carry. This is very smooth. Now, what drew me to this guy at first? Bohler M390 steel. Very sharp, with about a little under 3 inches in the cutting edge. Total blade length is about 3 1/4. Little finger choil here. Kind of shallow. The action is, it feels a little like it's spring assisted, but not cool. The action's a little tight. We could probably, and most likely we will, I mean, this sucker's got some big Hawken bearings with, these are ceramic ball bearings. The action's smooth, but it's not as fast as it could be. It's a sleek looking knife, and sheepsfoot blade is it's a modified sheepsfoot, making it stabby. This is definitely a slicer. Pull cuts make it easy. Total length of the knife is about little more than 7.5 inches. Ergos are very comfortable. Pretty simplistic ergos. It's a nice looking knife. It's very low profile, full back spacer there almost, and just a little hint. How does it lines up perfectly. I mean, it's very smooth, but it's got some sticking points. Now, with this knife, I'll probably have to play with it a little bit just to get it eased up some. And let's see here. Okay, well, she's sharp. Not much pressure at all, and those push cuts do the job. What do I think? Overall design, aesthetically, it's a very nice, slick looking, kind of future tech looking knife. The scales are titanium. They're smooth, but the handle is small enough to where they're not. If the handle scales were wider, this may become an issue because it would be too smooth for me. Now, fit and finish is spot on. Everything is nice and flush. The pivots are a little pronounced, but that doesn't matter because the crossbar lock is right there, so you have texture here. It's interesting because while it's smooth, this bead blasted titanium allows for the handle to be fairly grippy. Now they vacuum heat treat their steel to 60, 61 on the Rockwell, so fairly high. This flat grind is going to give you a very sharp edge, and Bohler M390 is going to hold that edge for quite some time. Bohler M390, that's the steel Microtech uses. Everybody knows that. But it's a high carbon. It's 1.9% carbon. It's balanced. It's a high-end steel, but it's balanced because it has 20% chromium, so it's very resistant to corrosion. It's its sharpness from the vanadiums, 4% vanadium, 0.6% tungsten, 1% molybdenum with traces of silicone. Decent amount of tungsten, 0.7%. I don't know if I said that. It's going to hold its edge very well. It's going to be very tough. It's not the toughest, not like a 3V toughness, but it's going to be a knife that should keep and hold its edge for quite some time. Now, the only thing about M390, it takes some skill to sharpen, and you'll need to sharpen it with diamond or ceramic stones. It's not, you can't just use a simple stone on this. It's not gonna work for you. Retail, it's somewhere around the 150 range or so. I didn't pay that. My buddy C took care of me, but it's a nice knife. I feel, in a way, this is, to me, this feels sort of like a gentleman folder. It's an elegant knife. It's very thin profile, less than ½ an inch. So it's not going to print in your pocket at all. So something to think about. NOC knives. Now they have very futuristic designs. I looked at their catalog on their website, and I'll link their website because honestly, I don't think they have much of a presence here in the U.S. They said they're trying to build a presence. They've been around for, I guess, as a company, they're starting their 8th year, which is cool. Good for them. I'm into practical knives and knives with a purpose. I'm not necessarily into futuristic looking or crazy knives. And they have some knives in the $800 US range that are just wild looking. And I'm like, okay, why is that knife $800? Is it because of the designer? They design their knives in-house, according to what I can find. Is it the fact that they're using premium steels and materials? That's what we hope for. But how do those materials measure up? That's something we would consider. I'll see if I can get my hands on some other of their knives, and we will, for the sake of this video, since it's our first one, we're going to adjust the pivot just slightly. This is probably a 6. Torx. Let's just double check. Okay, that's a number 8. I think 6 is too small. Yeah, 6 is too small. So I think we're looking at a number 8, but we'll try a 7 just for giggles. Oh, it's a 7. It's funny how they come up with their final decisions on these things. Handy dandy Klein tools. All right, that's, oh boy. Boy, that changed the character of this guy immensely. Minimal blade play, but boy, that opened it up. This is just using the crossbar lock becomes very fidgety. Let's try a combat deployment, which is knocking on the door. Not the best, but not bad. One more time. It's not necessarily designed for that one, but okay. That makes me, we can even, yeah. She just needed a little love, just a little attention, and it's a fast little feather now. The Dark Feather by NOC Knives. What do you guys think? Anybody else familiar with this brand? It's nice. For my first one, I don't regret buying it. Again, this is a limited, not gonna tote this guy around as my primary self-defense, but it is, that tip and that edge is very slicey stabby. So I wouldn't kind of blush at carrying this on a night out, something like that, as a quick, oh no, self-defense type thing, if I'm not carrying other means of protection. This is very concealable. It's a small knife. So we'll leave it there. Let me know if you're familiar with the brand NOC Knives. I think it's a fine entry, for me at least, into this brand. And we'll try to pick up some other examples of it. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Hit the bell to be notified of when the new videos come out. Typically they drop at midnight on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. With that being said, remember, life is hard. Don't complain. Till next time, take care.